Hello.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my
Here we
god.
are.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's recording. It's recording. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Super
sorry.
you're good.
fucking looking
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Okay. I get
So-
really excited.
Voice region.
Deep breath.
Hong Kong 11190. Fascinating. Truly.
What? What is
Yeah,
it saying?
sure,
What did you just say?
Sure.
Huh?
He's
Anywho.
talking absolute nonsense. He's just
Sorry. The
sending
the
our
bot
locations
thing.
to the Chinese.
No. Okay. So
I'm a proud patriot.
this
Do we have to do like
officially.
Oh,
You can do whatever you want. I'm explaining to the folks who will be listening that this is going to be the first session of my little cortex campaign called the Fantastic West.
I thought it was called
have-
Blue Life Damnation.
petition
No,
for an
but that is pretty funny. What?
I petition for an introduction because I want to be silly like that.
Oh.
Well, yeah, no, I am going to introduce you guys, but I have to introduce the thing first.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
anywho, the Fantastic West is going to be using a heavily modified version of the Cortex TTRPG system. I will only have 3 players. I am Duron, or Beastman, preferably Duron. I am going to be the GM, and I'm going to be taking these fine fellows, through a fantasy Western style campaign involving such exciting things as trains and guns and spells and the light of Eccles, as you will come to see. The setting itself is analogous to the early Midwest or early American history involving the titular Wild West, in where many places are still rather lawless, and the further you go out to the quote-unquote Fantastic West, the less law is upheld. It is going to be a story involving such topics as the mark that colonialism leaves on groups of people. It will have a few unsavory elements involving period-accurate sexism and a little bit of racism, done for the sake of
You mean a
narrative
lot
and
of
not to indulge in those
racism.
very nasty things.
Purely.
I don't react well to
Purely for narrative.
racism. I kind of freak
Purely.
out.
Oh,
Anywho,
purely for narrative.
who wants to introduce themselves first? When you
Me.
do,
I'll do
tell
it.
us the name you want to be called by and your character.
Okay. Can I go first?
We'll start with. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Demon Man, and I like to go by Demon Man or Demon. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Anyways, I'm gonna be playing as Beast. Beast. That's his name. He's a Khajiit. No, he's a Beast Man. He's a Beast Man werewolf guy. He's a Beast Man werewolf guy, and he lives in the forest, and he's super isolated and shy and alone, and he likes it that way. But he will push himself out of his comfort zone to be on this adventure. Anyways.
Perfectly.
that is it.
All right.
Also, I'm 21! That's it. I'm done.
Okay, we'll go down the line. Fufu.
Oh fuck! I mean, that is not my name. My name is Fufu. Like, you have wrong name, Durin. Oh my god! Why you just assume my name? My name is Fufu. My character is Rusty because I did not want to give him a name, but I have given him a name. Or well, Durin has given him a name. He killed the wind. The wind hates him. Oh my god, like 9 out of 10 wind turbines hate this guy, So that is the character. He's also a cowboy.
All right. Lethos.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lethos. You can also call me Julia for Lethos, and my character is the doll, and she doesn't really have a name. She's just called the doll because that's gonna be spoilers. She will obtain a name later. That's in that development plan right there. Right over there, right there. Basically, the doll is just one big fat burn reference. He's literally just off from the same doll. I'm not sorry. I'm bloodborne pill. See, my brain is very big, strong.
All right.
Also, she has a gun.
Is that
My
everything?
character
Of course. So, is that everything?
Yes.
has.
Okay. Fufu, before we get started, you have yet to put assets down on your character sheet.
Oh yeah, because I spent like 2 days making this character.
I assume
his
he
assets.
wants some kind of pistol.
Yeah.
So go to the word asset on your sheet and replace it with like
Gun.
revolver. I guess your gun.
Oh.
Revolver.
Revolver.
Give it a
That's
dice
wrong.
rating of a D4.
Okay. D4.
Yep, and you get a second asset. You can either make that a relationship, or you can also make it another item.
I have no relationships. Another item.
Another item. You can make it a lasso.
I want another gun.
Another gun. Hell yeah. I mean,
Another fucking gun.
wait a second. Hold on. Do you want it to be like a rifle instead of another, like a rifle or something?
Yeah, probably a rifle.
Okay, go ahead. Give yourself a.
I'd like if I could put a bandolier on that one.
Yeah, give yourself a. Well, we'll do a D4. I guess like a lever action, like hunting rifle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. That's how it is.
Let's go. 2 guns.
Two
fucking
guns.
Two
Two
fucking
guns. All right. So, I'm going to roll a dice, and whatever that number lands on is who we're going to start off with. All right?
Okay.
You guys ready?
Are we picking numbers or like what's going on?
No, I'm
in it?
picking numbers. I have it in my brain.
Okay.
He has it in his head. He's actually just
Rusty.
making it the fuck up. Doesn't
Rusty.
matter who it lands on.
I'm
It's
really
you.
scared.
Don't worry.
It's
The
you,
number
Rusty.
doesn't matter. He's already made up his mind.
Fufu, it's you.
Fuck, I knew it.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling in a separate channel so that you guys can't see my rolls, so there's a lot more mystery behind it.
Boo!
And also, I'm
Boo! Boo!
Yeah, very secret. So, Rusty,
We have to take his word for it. Oh my god. Yeah.
let's go back probably a week. You've been in between jobs for a while. Pay, when it comes to your business, is often not given directly. Most of the time, it is. But on occasion, there are times when some people really don't want to reward honest work. You, as a bounty hunter, do honest work. It's not easy doing what you do. You have to buy your own ammo, pay for your own expenses, and oftentimes capture or kill somebody for somebody else. That's a pretty stressful job. And so, more often than not, you have to collect payment directly. Now, Rusty, in your personal opinion, how do you feel when people don't want to pay you for an honest day's work? How does Rusty feel about not being paid for his job, as it were?
Man, you ever see a house cat without its balls?
Of course.
That's me. I feel like I don't got my balls.
Feels neutered.
I feel neutered, and I like my balls. Quite frankly, I don't like many things in this world, but my balls are 2 of them.
And on the topic of balls, you are approaching a home.
Oh, amazing!
The scene right now is that where about a week ago from the present, you're approaching the home of a man you only know as the provider, the one who is providing you your funding for killing a tax collector that had come from the city of Cadavre to, well, collect on unpaid taxes. You killed him, and now you want the money you were promised. And it has been almost a month. No letter, no missive, no nothing. So you've gone and tracked down the provider to his very nice 2-story home.
Okay.
You're at his door. You have come in the dead of night. There's a you can see that there are lights inside the building, but there's nobody out.
I stand perfectly straight up. I fix myself. I knock off a little bit of dust, even though there's a lot more that needed to be cleaned. Right? I adjust myself, and then I punch the door 3 times. With the third one possibly going through the wall.
Do you wanna try and make it go through the door?
I want to try and make it go through the door, and then rip it back out.
Roll me some strength. Give me a strength roll. So in this, you will use the roll slash roll, and then put in a d4, as well as whatever value or distinction.
I want to change my action before I punch through the door. I want to lick my finger and then hold it up against the wind, and then I do the punching. But anyway, continue.
Okay. You lick your finger, right? It's a clear day, a clear night, crystal, not a cloud in the sky.
But the wind.
Which way does it blow?
Which way does it blow? Does it blow hard? How does it blow? This is all the questions I asked his mother last night.
The air is still.
Perfect.
You're not being pushed any direction.
Perfect. And I immediately do the punching afterward.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me a roll, right? In the rolling channel, you will use slash, I think it's it's slash
roll.
Yeah, slash roll, and then you need to put down 3 dice. An attribute, which in this case is strength, because you're trying to be muscly, a value, and a distinction.
Okay, so I put slash roll, then rolls.
Yeah, click rolls, and then you can literally type in 1d4, and then space 1d whatever.
1d, like any number or like what?
So you have an attribute, right? You're using your strength, which is a d4.
Oh,
go to your values next.
Yeah. I was about to check that real quick. There we go. Values. So D4. I'm going to use.
You could say glory or justice. Glory or justice could both be for this, because you're attempting to intimidate for the means of having things go the right way.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and also justice because.
Well, you can only use one.
Oh, I can only use one.
You only use one value at a time. And then finally, you do a distinction.
I'm going to use justice then. Okay.
Yeah, finally, you do a distinction.
Okay. So
your distinctions don't have dice values. So, real quick, what is your most valued distinction? Right here.
Bad luck, I guess, or that, or either vagabond.
Make that a D6 and make everything else a D4.
Okay.
Do a little bit of sheet editing manual style.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
As it do. You like your food fresh. So there we go.
I'm going to tell you now. Yeah. You need to beat a 3.
That does not sound that hard.
Well, right now you're only rolling with D4s, I think. Oh no, you're rolling with a D4, a D6, and another D4. So go ahead and roll that in the rolling channel.
Wrong dice or modifier? Oh,
You do 1d4. Like you're rolling 1d4, 1d6, 1d4.
oh okay. So 1 by 1.
Well, it's all in the same, like, message. Like, here, I'll show you. Like,
Okay, wait. I think I got a whole. Never mind. Sorry. I am a very much okay.
so essentially, slash roll, and then it'll have rolls, and then 1d4 space 1d6 space 1d4.
1d4 space 1d6 space 1d4.
And then enter.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Oh, that's because I was
Now-
using all caps. Never mind.
Combine your two highest rolls.
4 and 5.
That's a 9. You got the first plot point, I believe.
Let's fucking go. I punched
So-
right through the door. Right?
Yeah,
I think?
no, you definitely do. What
Let's go.
happened? So first off, mark down that you have one plot point on your sheet. It'll be right above your attributes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was struggling so hard. Okay. Well,
Yeah. Yep,
ignore
one.
me, by the way. There we go. What plot point?
You, Dusty, you don't just knock on the door. You basically break it down with one, on that third rap against the wood. The hinges simply give. Was it rot? Was it just old? Doesn't
Let's do it.
matter. The door is on the ground, and in the living room is a man you don't recognize, but he's looking at you with very wide eyes. He's an elf.
Of course.
Seems to
Well.
be some kind of human hybrid. So you know the ears are a little too round for like a pureblood elf, but he's an elf, and he's in basically robes, smoking on a pipe,
What?
sitting in a chair, staring at me with wide eyes, speechless.
The rich
Mhm.
tax invader is like half human, half elf.
Interesting. So it's my turn, my time to act, right? Okay. So
Absolutely.
mm,
Is there something I can help you with, sir?
I saunter on over. I got the hook of my thumb into my belt.
Yo.
I look. My hat is a little tipped down too over. All you see is a little bit of scruff on the bottom of the mask, and I tell him, you're in my seat. I might have paid for that, so you might need to get out my seat. But
Yo.
might is a good question because you might be an elf, and I flick his ear a little bit.
What
or you
the
might
fuck?
not. And that's what I asked. That's the end of my action.
I don't. Sir, he seems incredibly uncomfortable with the physical touch, and he recoils almost when you approach him like that. And he's just like, I mean,
I stop him right there. I stop him right there before he continues. Like, I'm not your father. I'm not gonna beat you just yet. Get out my seat.
He stands up. He's mortified. And just I don't. Do I have business
tall
with
is he?
you, sir?
How tall is he?
He seems to be
Taller than me or shorter than me?
taller. He's taller than you. He's taller
Amazing.
than he's
Okay.
taller than Rusty.
Okay, basic. So I tip my hat up now so that I can maintain eye contact. I flick my index finger upwards so I can make eye contact, and I look him dead in the eyes. And he's like, I might beat you like your father, but not for the same reason. Move half elf or whatever slur I can think of. Move half elf, and then I
Oh my
do a
god.
shoe
I'm sorry.
motion. I do a shoe.
What do you
motion.
do, Fufu?
I
Or
do
what
like
do
a
you what do you
shoe
do?
motion
What do
with
you
my
do?
hand.
Oh, you should. He at this point is becoming almost indignant. The effects ish has kind of worn off. He's just like, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And You might have to go and repair my door. I don't know. What is the meaning of this? Who are you? Why have you gone and barged into my domicile in the dead of night? What are you trying to collect?
So while he's talking, I pull in the seat that he just stood up from, and I sit down on it. And then is there a table near me?
Yes. It's kind of like a den. Like there's the light inside was a chimney.
So I kick my feet up on top of the table. The hook of my thumb is still on still on the belt, inside of the belt. And I mess around with the notch a little bit. And I look at him and I tell him, repeat that again. I didn't hear anything you said.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. This is getting intolerable. Whatever business you and I have can be handled in a more civilized manner than this debauchery.
I look him up and down again, then towards anyone else that's in the room. If they're not, then I'm just checking if there's anyone else, see if there's any
He
witnesses.
is alone. This man is in his bathrobe, essentially.
I ask him, no kids? No wife?
I don't see how that has to do with anything.
No kids, no wife. Okay, that's good to know. No one will miss you. That's fine. But I'm telling you something I miss. I miss my balls, sir. I miss them. And you owe me some balls. Now, I can take them off you, or you can pay me my due. You know, I don't think you seem to remember what you owe me. But it's worth the balls.
The politeness kind of drops as he kind of realizes what's happening. Oh. Well, you know how the post is. Sometimes things get lost in translation. You're the.
So who stole the thousands of dollars you owe me? Which way?
Thousands. It's more akin to $40 was all I was really getting paid for. You know that you were being hired for at least 50.
Rusty is known for cutting people off too much, so he tries to stop him as soon as possible. Holds his hand up like Baldwin the Fourth and says, "Now I see. I was under the assumption that your balls was worth thousands of dollars to you, but if you went off and handed $40 to, I don't know, someone who made you that door over there, my $40, then maybe they're not worth all that much." And now I start to not untake. I start to remove the hook of my thumb from the notch of the belt, and I start kind of like fingering my revolver a little bit, just like the crevice of the barrel.
Right. Quick reminder: like $50 is like $1,000-something in like money right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing like old timey conversions, so you're good. You're good to good.
So like maybe even $20 was too much, but you know,
no. You killed a tax collector. This is that's a felony. He's paying you like $1,000.
Yeah. So that's why I was trying to like.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
But yes, he is he's very aware of you moving to his revolver. He's like, look, I think how about I just go grab your payment? It's upstairs. I can go get it right now. No one has to castrate anyone.
He's like, you are aware we have pause. Is there the Second Amendment in this universe?
No, you were in the colony of Alberta, and it is essentially you have rights, but it's not like Bill of Rights America style, right? You're still beholden to the crown and a lot of things.
Oh, okay, all right. So there's still like the law of the crown. Okay, got you.
Like you can be arrested for slander of a public official if you're not careful.
Oh shit!
I hate that shit.
This is crazy. All right, so I adjust myself in the seat. I take my hand off the gun finally, and I hit one of the thinker poses. I'm stroking like a non-existent beard now, and I go, let you go upstairs. Let you go upstairs. I think you can point me the right way. You know, it's a big house. I won't get lost though. You know, You can
I mean,
point me in the right direction.
you don't have your
You
gun out
know,
yet, do you?
no. It's still down in
Okay.
my.
Roll me a. Let's see. Give me either charisma or willpower. Give me a charisma or
Okay.
willpower roll. Make sure to add a value and a distinction that you attribute to this, because you are attempting, from what I can tell, to intimidate him.
Okay.
Obviously.
Obviously. Okay.
And
So roll.
you can include your pistol, your revolver, as an asset if you would like to use it as a means of making your point crystal clear.
I was actually thinking if I could add the gun to this. Okay. So D4.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1d4. Okay, so rolls 1d8, 1d4, correct?
So you're using, remember, every at the core of every cortex roll will be an attribute, a value, and a distinction. So you'll
Okay.
always be rolling 3 dice. You can add a 4th dice if you would like to
Okay.
include your revolver as just as an extra dice.
Can I put a D4 for my bounty hunter because he knows I'm a bounty hunter?
Yeah,
So that might
absolutely.
mean something.
If that's the distinction that you're doing, then yeah.
Actually, let me look through this so that I can tell which distinction would be best here. So
Yeah, like
1d8,
what?
1d4,
Yeah, 1d8.
and then 1, and then I can do another D4, right?
Yeah. You're using an attribute, a value, a distinction, and you are allowed to use an asset if you think it is applicable. And I think that your revolver would be applicable.
Maybe.
So you get to roll 4 dice if you would like to.
I believe.
And you need to beat a 5.
Okay. I can use my justice too, right? Because I'm trying to get something back. Would that fit here? Because that's what I'm trying to use.
You can use your justice again. Absolutely.
Okay.
So you can do a D8, a D6, and I guess a D4 if you want to use your bounty hunter distinction.
Mm-hmm.
And then
another
another D4 for
from
your revolver.
Okay. I think this is good enough. I'm not too greedy, I'm not gluttonous or anything. Hopefully this helps.
Gotcha.
Gluttonous.
Gluttonous.
Gluttonous. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is good enough.
Gluttonous.
Okay. Add your 2 highest.
All right. 7 and 3.
What's that make?
Fuck. I don't know how to count. 10.
Another heroic success.
Let's fucking go.
But you also got a hitch.
Oh.
I'm going to say that you go ahead and add that hitch. Bank that hitch. As in, put it into your feat as a value. Give yourself another plot point because you got higher than 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to activate the hitch. This man goes paler than he already is and meekly says that there's a safe in the upstairs room to the right with a combination of 7, 7, 2, 5.
I look at him dead in the face. It seems like all of the bubbly, rough around the edges, goofy little cowboy thing has gone away. I tell him in the most strict accent, now why would I ever keep you in this house? After it's a little too silent, I slowly stand up from the seat. I tell him, I ain't never seen a porcelain golem more pale than you. Sit back down and act like nothing happened. And I put my thumbs back into the hook of my belt. I do one of those like little too much exaggerated walks as if I'm trying to unstick my balls from my thigh. And I go right outside right upstairs. Right up the stairs.
Yeah, you go upstairs. He seems to go and sit down. When you walk up there, you go to the room, and it is exactly how he said. You scared the living daylights out of him. He's not going to fuck around. The money, as well as a little bit of extra money, is in there. It seems like this man has some savings that he's kept very personally here. Your money is not disseminated out. You can simply take the $50 that you were promised, or the $40 you were promised, or take a little extra. He seems to have almost a full 100, which is quite a bit of dough. That'll set you for a long time.
Now I'm standing at the foot of the door. I'm looking at it. Wait, is it already open?
You have opened it. You are at the safe. He
Okay, I
has
was gonna take it out.
$100, basically
I'm looking at the
posted up in there.
$100. Yeah, sorry. I look at the $100 and I think back to what happened. I'm thinking, okay, he owes me my $40. I'm not the type of man to take more than what he's owed. But yet again, this is a scumbag. Made me wait a long time. He also made other people wait. He also stole from other people and made me kill a taxpayer. He's not exactly the best guy. I look at my values. I remember the wind fucking hates me, so I take the 100 anyway.
Real.
You seize $100 from the provider, as it were, and as you make your way down,
Get that dough.
he didn't run. Your heroic success prevented him from attempting to escape. He is sat down on
Thank
that
God.
chair.
I was so
sweating.
scared he was gonna do that.
He's sweating because he is terrified of what might happen.
Fuck.
I walk on over, look him dead in the eyes, and I said, "Good day to you, sir." And then I hit one of those heel clicks, and I take off my hat while I do the heel click. And then I walk over the door that I had knocked down previously, and I told him, "You got a little bit of a mess there, sir." And then I walk on out.
Fuck.
right.
Damn. God damn.
And-
I'm sorry.
And now we
Thank
go.
you, thank you.
Poor bastard. Truly, Rusty, you took not only
Wait,
what you not only what you were owed, but you took what you felt was owed. $100, equivocal to.
I had an intention for the 100. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I had the intention for 100. Can I? How far is this guy's house from town?
We're in a flashback sequence at the moment. I'm about to fast forward you back to the present.
Oh, okay. Because I wanted
This was about a week ago.
Oh,
right.
I wanted to do a little moment where, like, if he was close to town, that I was gonna go and try to get buy like a little some food and be like, oh, this is too much to just buy one piece of bread, and then buy maybe 2 extra pieces of bread for another few orphans he saw. But
Nah, he's very in the wilderness. Someone who did not want to be found, right? He's trying to hide from tax collectors. He's not going to be in your town.
Of course.
Never mind.
That was
I was gonna do a little.
It was about
I
a week
should have
ago,
asked
Rusty.
before I took it, but it's fine.
Yeah, that was about a week ago, Rusty. You've been pretty generous with that $100. You have bought things for struggling folk, and are currently on a train, rumbling and rumbling. And before we continue with you, we actually go to another one of our intrepid cowboys, our Wild West, players. We know that Rusty's on a train now, and now I'm gonna roll to see who's next on our little.
Yay! Yay!
I keep crashing in this game I'm playing.
It is Demon Man.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
I love Rusty.
Okay.
Rusty is amazing. Rusty is so fucking awesome. I love Rusty so much.
Thank you
Flicks
so much,
his
thank you so much.
ear. Flicks this little half-elf person's ear. Oh my god.
Beast.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
He's so fun, actually. Fufu, you did a
We
great
go
job.
back.
You
I
did
was
an
No,
amazing
Thank you
absolutely.
job,
so much.
Fufu.
Thank you.
All right,
I was a little nervous,
Beast.
but right.
Yes.
We go back not 1 week, but a few.
Fuck. Okay.
It's been miserable. A storm has been wrecking your woods for the past few days, but that's not the bad part, right? You can deal with rain, you
Right.
can deal with wind, you can deal with the soaking
Yeah.
feeling in your fur.
Yeah,
The
whatever.
bad part is that the bastards who keep trying to cut it down, I've been pushing harder than ever before. You don't know what they're called. All you know is that they have a symbol that they put on their giant carriage things. They have it on their bags. It
What's
is.
the symbol?
It looks like 3 hands that are clasped around one another's wrist, almost like in a triangle, where one
What
hand
the
holds another
fuck?
wrist and another wrist holds another wrist.
Wow.
And there's
That's kind of
there's a
fucking
little
shit.
there's a circle in the middle.
Wow.
That is the symbol that you've seen these men do constantly. And right now, you see them. They've built. You don't know it's called rail, but they've built rail up to the edge of your forest. An enormous machine of metal that belches soot and smoke and steam has been parked outside of your woods, and it keeps bringing these men. They've managed to cut a clearing to where if you try and sneak up on them, they'll be able to see you. The woods has shrunk
Fuck.
in this area.
Wow.
But you have an opportunity.
Wow.
It seems like a crew of the men that with axes. They have axes, they have what seem to be like lanterns and whatnot. They're going into the woods. It's raining, so you don't know why they're going out to try. They're going to try and cut in the rain? You don't know. But they're going into your woods, and you have the opportunity to make them regret this.
Okay. So they're walking in the woods. Is it nighttime, daytime? What is
Yes.
it?
It is nighttime. You, as a beastman,
Okay.
have a limited degree of night vision. So you don't need to have like a lantern or a torch. You can more or less make your way around these forests. Not to mention, this is your home. You know this place like the back of your hand. And
Okay.
you've spotted men with lanterns and axes making their way into the woods.
Beast fucking sprints up on all fours towards one of out of the 4 men? Is it 4 men?
4 men.
Beast sprints up on all fours, leaps at one of them, and tries to slash their throat with his claws.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. Give me an attack roll. I assume you're using your strength?
My claws
Here?
and my strength. Yes.
So, use your attribute of your strength, a value,
Okay.
however, whatever value you think is attached to this the most.
And then assets would be his
And
claws.
then this, yeah. So you'd use
Okay.
a attribute, value, distinction, and then your assets. You can also use your specialty and skill of paw-to-paw combat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the little button to like
Oh, so here it is. You type /roll, and then
Oh.
it gives you a little thing. And make sure to include an attribute, a value, a distinction, and then you can add in your paw-to-paw combat specialty and your claw item as extra d4s. So you get to roll
Nice.
5 dice. I'm going to roll your difficulty real quick. 1d. You need to beat a 2. I rolled 2 ones. Oops.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1d4 and 1d. Found it. Okay, and 1d4. Okay.
All
And I
right.
picked was it the 2 highest numbers you said or some shit like that?
You got an 8.
Yeah, motherfucker. Slice that bitch's fucking throat right open.
Okay.
Blood
You also
everywhere.
got a hitch. And I'm actually
Okay.
going to use this hitch. I'm going to activate it. Give
What's a hitch?
yourself. So, you rolled a 1 inside your rolls, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a hitch. If I
Okay.
tell you to bank a hitch, that means that you go to your sheet and give yourself a hitch. But I'm not going to tell you to bank this hitch. I'm going to use it. So you still have
Okay.
0. Go to your
Okay.
stress and give yourself a D4 in anger.
That's in okay, stress and then anger. For
Angry.
anger, I give them angry and then stress. What's the dice rating? What is that?
You step it up by 1, D4.
Okay, D4. Okay.
Yep, you have a D4 anger. You don't just slice this man's throat open. You basically take your pod or your clawed paw and carve his neck in half.
Yeah.
Flesh like putty parts
Yeah.
as your
Oh.
razor sharp claws basically separate the meat from the body. And he
Get
falls
fucked.
dead to the ground immediately. Blood is everywhere. The other men fucking panic like crazy, and you are pissed. These
I
bastards.
growl at them. He's growling. He does a deep, low growl at them, and he flattens his ears, and he's hunched over, and he's looking at them, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of my forest!" He tells them.
Do you speak their language?
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
What is
You,
I'm just
do you want to try and
English.
intimidate them? Do you want to try and intimidate them, or are you just saying this?
Okay. I guess I'm just saying this, yeah.
Yeah, you just say it. So one of them goes to swing at you with their axe.
I grab it.
No, hold on,
I grab
hold
the
on, hold
wooden
on.
part.
You got to beat a roll.
Okay.
24. In a panic, one of them swings at you with an axe. You have to beat a D6. Or you have to beat
what
a
do I
6.
roll? Do I have okay, so
you are in combat. So what would you roll to like what are you trying to do? And then use that in your roll.
Sorry, there is an ant on my hand and I blew it off.
Terrifying. You said you wanted to grab the handle, right?
No, wait. Let me think about this because that's what he would instinct thanks.
Well, relax.
Okay, he grabs the handle.
Okay. You're gonna use like what are you gonna use? Like your speed, your agility, your strength. Like what are you going for?
Probably that's in what? Okay, attributes.
Yeah,
Agility.
what attribute you use? Okay, so give me a D6, a value as well as a distinction, and I'll let you also use your paw to paw combat here, but not your claws, since you're not like attacking him.
Yeah. Okay. Values. I'll do mastery. So 1d6. And then
I'm gonna kill you.
Can I use distinction? Do I like use distinction?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
You
Okay.
use a distinction. Because remember, your attribute, value, and distinction is gonna be the core of every single roll you make. So you will always have to use 3 of these.
I have a 10.
You have 10?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, it's not a heroic success, but it is still a very good success. You also got a 1. Go ahead and bank that hitch for me. So add that to that. Give yourself 1.
Yes.
You also got a heroic success last time, so give yourself a plot point too.
Yay! Okay.
Yeah. You grab his axe. You manage to catch his axe mid-swing, and he seems terrified. I imagine you are covered in his friend's blood.
Yeah, I punch him in the face. I grab his axe and I punch him in the fucking face.
You flatten this poor bastard. You're a pretty big guy, right? You're a beast man, and you're not like a small beast man either.
Oh yeah, I'm big.
Yeah. You flatten him, and one of his buddies runs. The other one reaches for his revolver and is prepared to shoot you. He goes, like, he basically quick draws on you.
Holy
You have a
fucking
moment.
shit!
Yeah, you have a moment to react, right? You flatten this guy out. You have the other guy's axe in your hand, and
Beast jumps at him immediately. Beast leaps at him, leaps in the fucking air. I don't know how far this guy is away from him, but he leaps and he is lunging towards this man with a gun.
With the gun.
He is lunging like midair. He's in the air and he's jump. Do I have to roll or like what happens?
Go ahead and give me a roll, just for the sake of it. Go ahead and use. You're attempting to attack him, right?
Yeah, he's like midair.
Go ahead, use claws, paw to paw combat. Your claws. Obviously, your attribute value distinction.
Yes, attribute.
Yes, a whole 9 yards.
This guy is gonna fucking die. I hope so. I hope so. 1 second.
You have to beat another 6.
Okay. I see now. I see this. This is good. This is a good. Okay. And I will use strength. So 1d6 and
big iron.
1d8.
Big iron.
6. Damn it, I'm always getting a fucking 1. I got a 11.
That is a heroic success.
Yo, so what happens?
He is rent. And
I want to say it. I want to say it. I want to say what happens to him. Wait, can I say
before you go forward? I'm gonna activate both of those hitches.
Fuck. Okay.
Give yourself a D6 injury stress as he puts 2 in your chest. You're not dead.
Ow!
But he gets off 2.
Ow! It hurts! It hurts! Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead and tell me how you eviscerate this man.
Okay, so what, he shoots me 2 times midair as I'm jumping at him.
As you go for him.
Okay, Beast is leaping at this man. 2 gunshots land directly onto wherever the fuck they do on his body. He doesn't notice. He doesn't care. He's full of adrenaline. He grabs this man by the fucking throat, slams him onto the ground with his full body weight. He sinks his fangs into his throat and tears out his esophagus with 1 fucking pull. He tears out his fucking throat.
The rain mixes with deep, deep red as the man you've beaten to the ground from before just starts screaming, crawling away as fast as he can backwards as you essentially destroy his buddy. One man had his throat removed, another man had his entire esophagus pulled out, and the other bolted.
Yep. Should have stayed out.
A incredible flash of lightning illuminates the forest. And
Beast is like standing there, arms crossed, kind of nodding, kind of looking at the mess, being all like, I told him. He like shakes his head, looks up at the sky.
There wasn't just 4 men out here.
Uh-oh.
You, in that flash of lightning, can see very clearly at least 12.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And
oh my god.
You, Beast, in your moment of intensity, your aggression, and your willingness to defend your forest, you did not think about whether or not this was an attempt to lure you out.
Oh my god. He puts his fucking gigantic clawed paws to his head, just like, oh my god. He's like, oh my fucking god. He looks around, his ears flatten, his tail puffs up.
You feel a weight slam against you as what is essentially a metal chained net slams into your back. The pain in your chest becomes very apparent as the adrenaline goes from suffering, your adrenaline basically doesn't turn off, but you become very acutely aware of the bullet wounds in your chest.
Ouch. Beast is like he starts. Well, does he fall? Like, so what? Wait, a
Go
net
ahead
of
and give me
chains was thrown on him.
yeah, essentially you're being captured. You're not being
Is it
killed.
is it heavy enough to like kind of knock him off his feet, or like what's going on?
These are like heavy, like it's weighted with like steel like balls at the ends of it.
Fuck.
But go ahead and roll to resist
Fuck.
anyways, because it's very
Okay.
in character.
Yes. What am I using to resist?
What are you using to resist?
I am probably gonna. Okay. I'm gonna use my.
You can draw
wait.
from whatever you really think you would.
Awesome.
Really,
Okay.
realistically.
I'm gonna use. I'm just saying them out loud because I
Go ahead.
want
Please
everybody
do.
to still know what he's thinking and / doing. Anyways, 1d6 for strength. I'll do 1d. Let's see. What is he gonna be doing? Probably 1d8 for truth. No.
Yeah. I mean, you could.
Liberty. It's literally liberty.
It is
So
literally liberty.
1d4. So 1d4, and then I'll do 1d6 for werewolf. He's kind of like going freak out mode right now.
Gotcha.
I will.
I want to give you an opportunity. Do you want to use a plot point to activate your lycanthropy, or would you rather keep
I
that
want to
in
activate my
action?
lycanthropy.
Go ahead. Burn a plot point and a hitch.
So we got 1 plot point and 0 hitch now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So step up your anger to a d6.
Do I have to roll for anger?
And
when would I roll for stress?
those
or
are dice
trauma?
I get to use
Okay.
against you.
Yeah. Anyways.
So are you using
that
strength
is-
right now?
Yes, but when I turn into werewolf
Replace
mode,
that
like,
with a d12.
amazing. Okay.
Replace your d6 with a d12 in your roll, since you have become a lycanthrope.
Is that it?
As well as yeah, that is it. You got a d12,
Okay.
and I can only roll.
I got a fucking
Oh.
I got a fucking 15. Beast is on the
Okay.
ground. The shit's so fucking heavy. It fucking hurts. He doesn't do it like on purpose. He doesn't think, "Oh, I'm going to turn into a werewolf and fuck these guys up." But he subconsciously transforms because of the stress and the pain and the blood. And he's freaking out. He's freaking out. Anyways, he's
So-
werewolf mode. What happens?
I got a 4, and you got a 15. So that's 3 times the capacity that I had. Also, you put it in the wrong channel.
Oh, LMAO.
Yeah, okay, so you, Beast, you really don't do this often. Becoming a lycanthrope hurts.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like an
your
unlocking
bones,
of some ability.
your heart,
It's a
your muscle.
transformation. You can feel every single bone in your body snap and break and grow as your
Yup.
mind goes blank with pure, unfiltered anger. You grow to a much greater height than you had been. Typically, you probably stand at around maybe 7 feet, and you are now at a towering 10. Your arms are
I
as
don't think
thick
he's
as
that
great.
big, but
No, you're a lycanthrope. You're enormous.
yeah, but he's not 7 foot beast beast man regular mode. He's probably like
Okay, well,
maybe like 5'9"
way.
or something.
you have grown to a
I've
staggering
grown.
10 feet. Your arms are as thick as tree trunks, and
Of
you
course.
essentially peel that chained net off of you.
Yeah.
It's as if parting water.
It's like it was a tissue paper.
And
He grabs
before
it
you
and-
black out because your brain is just going completely apeshit,
Oh,
what is the
yeah.
one thing you want to do? What is the one thing you for sure want to do?
He flips off everybody around him with both of his hands and tells them to kill themselves. Kill yourselves, he says. I should have said fuck you, he thinks. Then he passes out and dies.
No, your conscious mind shuts down as you kill everything.
Oh
Every
yeah.
single man that was out here becomes meat. You eat most of them on the spot, devoured in a single bite, as you unleash a score of bloody carnage. You go so far
Wow.
as to attack the giant metal machine that they brought to your
Oh
home,
god.
and in doing so,
Poor dude. He doesn't know.
puncture the
Is it a
boiler.
train or what is it? Is it
It's
a
a train.
train? Okay,
You
he's attacking a
puncture the
train.
you puncture the boiler of the train, and
Wait,
it
wait.
explodes in your face.
Ow!
That
Ow!
was weeks ago. That was a very long time ago. And your current and in the present, you are sat on a train.
Wait, what happens? Wait, I zoned out that last sentence. What happens? Zoned out on a
You
train? What happened?
That was weeks ago. You don't know it's been
Okay.
weeks ago because when you
Okay.
become a lycanthrope, it's like the world disappears.
Yes.
You're on a train. You were essentially in a cage made of metal
Oh no.
and steel. Your chest has not been treated very well. It
Uh-oh.
aches. You feel like it smells almost like a sweet rot,
I know that smell. Beast
and
knows
it's
this
dark.
smell all too well. Uh-oh.
Hold on.
He's coming.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
We now go to the doll.
Oh my god! Okay, I will also mute myself.
Lethos moment,
Since...
Lethos moment, Lethos moment.
Let those moment.
Okay, before we go to Lethos, you're welcome to comment on how you thought Demon did.
Oh my god, it was amazing. I love the
Oh my
action scenes
god!
so much.
Your descriptions, yeah! Carnage, carnage,
Beast
I
is so
love,
carnage.
peak.
I love these. How dare
And
those
so
guys not watch the war?
he's just aura farming. Oh my god, he's so cool. But also, no, free my boy, please.
What is he doing
Yeah,
in there?
and
It's
he
like
ain't do
he
nothing
doesn't
wrong.
belong there.
He ain't do nothing wrong. Killed like
So,
4 guys. And he ain't do nothing wrong.
the doll.
Okay,
We go
yes,
back
it's me.
several months for you. It has
Oh,
been. Today is a wonderful day. Your master has called you to study, and it's even before your daily tasks. You know, all the other missives and servants of the manor have been working diligently and have actually gone out of their way to do some of the tasks for you. You've been left genuine free time, and you have been summoned by your beloved to his office. How do you feel in this moment? You've been almost pampered in a way, not treated better, but made to do less work, if that makes sense. How do you feel as you you're walking your way across a long hallway, the giant paintings of his family members from ages past lining every single one, the giant tall windows arching and showing off a midday sky of dreary gray?
I feel almost addicted in a way, dog. Cat. There's, I have no heart, only clockworks and the core that holds my so-called soul. But I am happy, content. I walk towards my master's office, almost with a skip in my step. It's been it's been liberating in a way. With all this free time, I used it all to stay by my master, even if it's just me standing in the other room or watching him from the shadows. I reached the door to his study and knocked.
Indeed you have, and indeed you do. You have more or less stalked him. You would not use such crass words, and nobody else would either, but you have stalked your master for most of the day. You followed him when he went to the garden. At least you were standing in eyesight of him. He went to the garden. He went other places. He went out for a bit, and you had managed to, uh, maybe unintentionally, escape the manor and follow him as he went to go do dealings with the very important people that he deals with. Nothing that you need to know about. It's not your place to think about such complicated matters as running an estate like his. You're there to serve. That is your purpose. And as you do, as you knock on the door, you hear a familiar noise of a man telling you that it is open. And you are allowed to enter. And when you do, the door, it's heavy. It's always been heavy. Almost, it seems like it's almost like mocking you, because it is heavy enough to make even you pause. And you never really know how he's able to open it with such ease, because you're not like super strong, but you are also a golem. You know, you have a great deal of just kind of an innate, power behind your body. But yes, the door is open, and it's an office. An office you've seen many times, but an office you're often not allowed into. Your master, a human man with white hair that is pinned back tightly. He's not old, as it were. He's probably middle-aged, nearing his 50s, probably late 40s. He's dressed to impress, and he's staring at you with very hard eyes. Always hard eyes. Always unapproving eyes. But he's staring at you, and he's waiting. And you shouldn't keep him waiting.
You called for me, master, I said as I bowed, my head parallel to the floor. I don't look up to him. I don't meet his eyes. He doesn't really like it when I look into his eyes. Says it always creeps him out.
Indeed it does. I've called you here for a purpose beyond your typical menial tasks. I understand that you have gone out of your way many times on your own in a foolish attempt to track my position, even though I have told you many, many times that your place is here at the manor. I would punish you, but such a time is not today. I do not have the patience to discipline a tool. Do you understand me?
Yes, my master. I am most grateful for your graciousness.
He almost cuts you off. And it's just enough. I don't want to hear it. I have a task for you. One that I am going to entrust you, because I know that you are, against my better judgment, more capable than I initially thought. I have people in the colonies in Bythos that I need tracked down, and I can't be bothered to go myself. I have matters to attend to here. You, on the other hand, do not. I'm sending you overseas. You will arrive in the city of Cadavre. You will find the man. You will find the details entrusted in a letter that I have prepared for you. Don't go and ask about their relation to me. You don't need to know about their relation to me. You will be approached by someone, handed a letter, and you will be told what to do in that letter when you get there. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, my master, but to be away with you.
No, you will go alone.
I see. My if I had a heart, it would drop. If I had human skin, it would sweat upon my palms. To be away from my master for such a long time and from such a long distance, it almost sent shivers to my core. But I am a doll, and ultimately I will always abide by my master's will. I nod, and
Does
then
that bother you? He questions you, interrupting your thought process, not really respecting the moment to yourself that you had.
no, master, it doesn't. I will always fill your request. Shall I get started on my task?
You give me a roll. You need to deceive him because you're
Oh,
it does bother you very much so.
okay, okay,
Roll
okay,
to
okay.
lie to him in this moment.
Oh, oh, that requires willpower. Oh, because
Willpower.
my weakness. Yeah, uh, willpower or charisma.
This is either one. If you think you can, then charisma.
Riz.
If you think it's a charisma or willpower, it's either way. Charisma or
No,
willpower.
because disobeying her master is not really programmed into the doll. It's like it would be against her very being. So willpower it is. So
This
it's
is
gonna be
a manifestation of your
D4.
personhood, which you have vehemently denied exists. I would say
So
that
willpower, yeah. Willpower is for our values. It's either
probably
devotion or
liberty,
truth.
since you're resisting
Liberty.
his, you're
Oh,
denying him. You're resisting him.
oh, okay. Another D4, I guess.
And then a D6, I say, because you're consumed by devotion, and that is what's imploring you to.
Oh wait, what about the distinctions?
Yeah, again,
Oh yeah. Oh no.
you can use consumed by devotion because that's what's imploring you to do this. Your devotion to
Oh,
him
oh,
is why you're being bothered, but you also don't want to admit it. Finally, if you feel it could be applicable, you are welcome to use your master relationship asset.
I mean, she is directly talking to her master. So yes, of course I'm gonna do that. So D4 for attributes, D4 for values, D6 for distinctions, and then for
You need
relate
to beat an
and for
8.
asset. Oh, okay. And then D4. So 3 D4s and 1 D6. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. Rolling right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Give me a moment. Give me
You're
a
good.
moment.
I'm very proud of all of you, by the way. You're doing such a good job.
Teehee, thank you. Okay. And then hopefully this works. Mm, okay, okay, that's not too bad.
You got a
What do I
9.
do now? I can
He
barely beat it.
stares
Barely
at
beat it.
you, and against your better judgment, you make eye contact with him, and you swear. Again, you're not sure. How good would you say the doll is at reading emotion on others? How perceptive is she, especially with her mask? Actually, I would say she's very adept at reading her master's emotions. And for the
Yes, we're born
briefest moment, you, the doll, see a hint of recognition as you speak to him very plainly and just deny it. And his presence almost shrinks just a little, like a flame flickering in the wind, before it hardens back again, and he simply nods. Very well. Gather your things. You leave in the morning tomorrow. That will be all.
No, I bowed again, my head down, and silently turned and out the study. The door was almost slamming behind me. I immediately head to my room. I cannot disobey my masters. That slight act of defiance, the lie I gave him, it shaken me. If it could be called like that. Why did I do that?
Indeed.
Tell to myself.
Why did you do
Why
that?
did I?
You're not
Why did
supposed to
I lie to my
have
master?
thoughts and feelings. Why did you lie to him? You're not a person. Don't you know that? And it's this thought, it's this why did I lie that has been consuming you the entire trip. Months spent overseas and really overseas thinking, why did I lie? Why did I lie? Over and over and over and over and over again. You don't sleep. You have stood in the box that they put you in because you are attempting to be packed and shipped rather than a person to be given a room. And at this point, now, even at this moment, as you have sat upon a train heading towards the town of Tutes, you think, why did I lie? The letter you received when you got to the city of Cadavre details your master's desire for you to investigate the chance of an old rival still being alive. It doesn't detail their... it doesn't give you much detail. All it gives you is a name that he wants you to hunt for. Someone by the name of Marteus. And I'll put that in a VC chatter real quick. You have been hunting for someone named Marteus, and you have been given very, very little to go off of. Only that they worked with your master and would have been in similar circles. It is why you specifically are headed to the town of Tutes on this train. Because you know of, during your time in the city of Cadavre, you know of a man who used to work for your master, has moved to this town. And you, like the obedient machine, object, dog, you went to follow. You're not, you have a decent amount of wealth, but you know the rules about magical things being too close to the engine of the train. And thus, you are sitting towards the back. You can see quite a few things. You see a man playing cards with another man. They seem to be dressed decently. Nothing like the Ogburton upper class that you're so used to. You see a rough-looking fellow, a pistol on his hip and a cowboy hat on his head. Looks very pleased with himself. You got it. And that's all you see at the moment. All of you can now unmute as we are in our first scene.
What happened? I zoned out literally at the
Why
last
did you
fucking
zone
sentence.
out?
I was looking at Tumblr. I'm sorry.
Don't look at
What
Tumblr.
happened?
So, at the moment, we are in our first scene. Unfortunately for you, Beast, you are kind of segregated at the moment. But
that's okay.
Not to worry. Right now, the doll is in the same carriage as Rusty.
Holy shit! Okay, this is awesome. Oh my god. Okay.
Awesome. So I have a question about: am I really in a box, like just in a box in a corner?
Right now, you are not. You are sitting down. When you got to the colonies, you have taken the guise of an individual. Most people are not giving you a second glance because you look human. And therefore, a glance. You are human, and you speak with decorum, and it's whatever. Nobody really gives a shit. You know that you're not supposed to sit in places of higher society that are closer to the actual engine, because magic bullshit will cause the engine to have issues. So you have placed yourself in the back, as is your duty. Rusty is also back here because, well, he's not some high-class high roller. He's just trying to get from one place to another. Rusty, you're also going to Tute's. You've been kind of riding high off this $100 that you got for a while, and you hear that the Tutis Stables has a shipment of, well, horses and even potentially a griffin. Not a flying griffin, please. No one's seen a flying griffin in years, but you know that there is a griffin that was brought in thanks to the newspaper that you had eyes on, and, well, griffins are pretty cool. And damn, you might be able to. Griffins are pretty nice. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough money to get a griffin, but you figure if you go there, you could probably haggle the guy down, do an odd job for him, and you could get yourself a griffin, which is badass.
That is
your horse drowned in a river a few days ago as well because of a bad mishap with a bridge. So you are in need of your own personal steed.
That's fucking funny. Yeah. Poor horses. Why didn't I teach you to swim?
Go ahead, Lethos.
Oh, you're like cutting out for me. I don't know if it's just me.
Lethos, you're dying. You're collapsing.
No! Someone help! The box says it's green, but you're kind of cutting out like real bad on my end.
Lethos, you good?
You alive?
Definitely not. I think their internet is collapsing.
The internet is dying when it's killing itself.
You can
Do I do? I don't know what to do.
Oh
my god!
Slowly coming back to life.
Wait. Are you there?
No. Okay, I think Lethos is here. Is just the struggle of the internet.
The internet struggle is hardcore.
If you're on your phone, I recommend just putting it on airplane mode, leave it for a few seconds, and then take it off airplane mode.
Yeah, just kind of reset.
That's
your
really
data
smart,
first.
actually. That's really smart. I've never thought of that.
It's really smart. While Lethos struggles in pain and suffering and agony, what do you two think so far?
Think about what? Their situation, where they are?
Lethos, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Okay,
I
you're
can
back,
hear
you're back.
you! You're back!
Okay, we're back to the scene.
Hi,
Let's get right back into it. So, Rusty, the doll, you are in the same carriage. And Rusty, because you are riding high, but also you're still a bounty hunter at heart, give me a perception.
Perception?
Yeah, give me a perception roll. Perception, a value that you
D4.
attribute to this, and a distinction.
Okay, I have a D4 perception.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah, perception. Remember, an attribute, a value, and a distinction, and you are looking to spot anything that might be off. Kind of like you know how like you have bad luck, supernatural bad luck. You kind of feel that tickle in the back of your head. Something's going on. Something's like, it's not like a spider sense. You're not like a superhero. You don't have a supernatural ability, but you do have like a tickle of something. Could be a nail in the floor that you might end up stepping on.
Can I
Could be
also
a
use reason?
meteorite that'll annihilate the train.
Can I also use reason?
What?
Can I also use reason, or is it just perception?
Oh well, yeah. You can use you use like perception, you use a value, and then you use a
Okay.
distinction.
Okay.
In this
So,
case, specifically use your bad luck distinction alongside whatever value and whatever attribute you decide.
okay. So I'm gonna use my bad luck, my perception, and I also use my willpower because it's focus and concentration.
You can only use one at a time.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, you can only use one attribute, you can only use one value, you can only use one distinction to complete a roll.
Okay. So my bad luck, and then value.
I mean, what value would you feel that your little you feel like that presence of bad luck, and you're trying to find out what it might be.
Okay. This would
Could be
probably
truth.
could be truth, or it could be mastery because he's like
Could be
he's
liberty.
Maybe. I guess liberty would help here. Okay, there we go.
Let me roll you a difficulty real quick.
All right, good because I messed up my my first roll.
You got to beat an 8. Make sure to put it in the rolling channel.
Yeah.
Also a 9 and a hitch.
Oh,
Go ahead and activate. I'm going to activate that hitch. In that you do feel something is wrong for sure, and as you look around, I want you to bump up your well, for one, your insecurity stress.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you
really
basically turn that into a D4.
All right.
And when you look around, actually, you know what, Lethos? Yeah. You turn around and absent-mindedly staring into the back of your head is a woman with the deadest eyes you have ever seen. And it's like her gaze is like boring into you, and it makes you feel a sense of like worry. Like for a brief moment, you're taken back to a point in your childhood where an adult figure made you feel small. And right now, the look this person is giving you makes you feel small. The doll, you see the cowboy look at you.
Wait, she's sitting behind me, right? Not next to me?
Right behind you.
Okay. I had a few funny things to do if she was sitting beside me, but never mind, behind me. Okay, so what I do is I kind of like I stare a little bit longer, right? I remember that time when I used to feel small, and that makes me a little angry. So I kind of like not sneer, but I really like I guess tense my eyeball. I squint a little bit, and I'm just like a little questioned at give it a little question look. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I just sigh and I try to tip my hat down and look back forward as if nothing happened.
Lethos, that's you.
I feel someone staring at me. I haven't really talked to the people in this room. That stare got my attention. I turned my head, looking at a man with a hat and pistol on hip. I looked down at him because I'm tall. Is something matter?
Like look my head up. I tip my hat forward. I clear my throat. I sling my arm over the back of the seat, resting my elbow on the top of the chair, seat of the car or seat of the carriage. And I kind of I look back behind me a little bit. I'm like, what'd you say?
I said, is something matter, sir?
I cut her off right. I cut her off right there. Like, I heard what you said. Why are you asking?
I thought you were staring at is
The look in her eyes still kind of anger me a little bit. I'm just looking at it a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. The train is like bumpy a little bit, rocking him back and forth a little bit, and he still stares and he goes, "Something wrong with your eyes? You got a little something wrong with your eyes. I think you're a little. You all right, miss?"
and I tilt my head down towards the window and slowly reply, no, there's nothing. I appreciate you asking.
Right, nothing. So, say you from here? Of course not. You're driving over here. Where are you from? Where are you getting off from?
You're heading to the town of Tutes, which is spelt like this. I'll put it in VC chat. You don't have to answer him, honestly, though.
I thought to myself first, why is this man? It would be rude too. I thought to myself, why is this man talking to me? Am I? Is my cover off? I back in back at my master's castle. I don't really bother to hide my true nature. Everyone knows that I'm a doll. I am my master's tool, but here in this new world, and I must disguise myself. Therefore, I must be certain of the answer. Dutes, that is the town that I'm supposed to travel to. Are you the same as me, sir?
He stares a little bit longer in silence, and he goes, "I ain't believe not a single bit of that bullshit. You could have just said nowhere." He like tips his hat again and just like leans.
So,
He leans
Fufu,
back in the seat. Oh wait, did she take
for
off
the
the
state,
disguise?
you did not hear their internal monologue. All you heard this woman
was
say
that all
was
internal?
Tutes.
Okay. Was that all
It was
internal?
all
Okay,
internal.
my fault. I didn't hear that part. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Lethos, if you can, make sure to like very accentuate the fact that you are speaking internally next time, just in case.
No, that's on me. That's on me. I'm pretty sure
No, you're
she
good. You're
said
good.
internally,
Yes,
and I just didn't hear anything. I'm so sorry. Okay, so all she said was two
If you
things.
want to, you can even go ahead and clarify that like internal monologue over. This is what she's saying out loud.
Okay, yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so I want to make a boring response, so I'm gonna go. He kind of gets up from his seat, fixes his belt a little bit, takes a big old turn with his outside foot, and he kind of sits right in front of I'm assuming it's like normal train carriage. So
Yeah, normal train
like
carriage. It's like a booth.
yeah, okay. So two seats facing each other. So he sits on the seat that's
Yep.
facing her. He's like, "Sorry, my neck is cramping a little bit. Did you say two T's or two titties? I'm sorry, a little rusty in here."
Two. I believe I
All right,
answered.
I'll cut you both off here. You two have sat down next to each other in this train carriage. We go to Beast, who is sitting in a dark, hot fucking train carriage.
Oh,
His chest
God.
hurts. He knows that he
Wait.
has an infection, and he's
Am
in a
I on
cage.
the same train? Am I on the
You
same train that they're
are
on?
the same train they're on.
But he doesn't know this. He doesn't know this.
He
He
doesn't know
doesn't know
this.
what's
You
going
are
on.
you are in a dark, dingy carriage next to like luggage and stuff, that people have brought on. You're in a little
Yeah.
iron cage, but you can smell the outside. You can see like pinpricks of light leaking through the wood.
Oh
And I'll
god.
give this one to you for free because you are very in tune with nature. You smell something distinct. It smells like um,
I'm
not
smelling pine.
fire.
I'm smelling. Okay.
Not fire, not fire. The train smells kind of like fire. This smells like chemical. Like you smell
He
like a very
smells like
strong
the.
sense of chemical, which is weird because you've only encountered this when it came to like the explosives that the men that were carving their way
Oh
to your
fuck! I know what he's smelling.
woods. You don't know what it's
He.
called, but you smell dynamite
Yeah,
in the
he
wind.
doesn't know. He just smells
Oh,
it.
You just know that this smell predicates an explosion.
Well, I
oh,
mean,
no. Oh
Beast is kind of looking
no.
around, feels kind of sick to his stomach. He is kind of like, wow, like that's it. Like this is it. I was caught. This is it. I'm dead. He like is thinking to himself in his head, like, God, why? How? Why? What is this? What is that smell? What? What? Then he recognizes it. He's like, oh God. He gets even more sick to his stomach. It probably
Right
gives him a
in
little
your
bit of a
moment
headache.
of recognition, everyone, give me a roll.
Oh
For
God. Oh
give
God.
me an agility roll.
I know what's gonna happen. I think I'm predicting
Everyone,
it in my
everyone,
head.
everyone, right now, give me a complete agility roll. So you'll use an
Okay.
attribute, a value, and a distinction. Remember, that is the core of every roll you do. And I will tell you the
Okay.
difficulty you have to beat.
Okay. I agility D6 and then mm, 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 mm. I guess
Well,
So
but
if
we
you
don't
have
know
things, if
what's
for
but we don't know what's
value.
happening. You just told us to roll for agility, but
yeah,
we don't know what's
roll
happening.
agility.
But we can't choose a value if we don't know what's happening.
You're gonna have to guess.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
also, if you want to talk to me without having to like DM me, you can also type into the player channels, your personal little player channels.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I
So
completely forgot about that.
give me an agility,
Okay.
give me a distinction. What do you do to when you want to be agile? And I will let me roll the dealy, roll the dealy here.
Okay.
Roll.
And for me, I'm gonna choose agility, mastery, and then I
I
guess
also chose mastery.
porcelain golem. I guess that porcelain golem.
You guys need to
I've
beat an 8.
So 2D.
I've chosen
I got a
chosen
6.
I've chosen
Okay.
agility. I chose agility. I chose liberty because the only reason why he's so agile is because of his willing to be freedom
Real.
and then his bad luck.
Put your roles in VC chatter. Like the completed one, not like the actual roll. Put like your final. Like Demon, you got a 6, so
A 6.
put it in VC chatter for me.
God,
Oh no, you
sorry, I'm
gotta
just stretching it.
hit.
What's gonna happen
Oh,
to him?
6.
Okay. Okay, for me, I choose agility mastery, and then and for my distinction, I choose porcelain golem. Is that okay?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
Go ahead
right
and roll it.
now. Please.
You got an 8.
I
Meets
got
it,
an
beats
8.
it,
Okay.
thankfully.
Oh my god.
Meets it, beats it, thankfully.
Okay. Thank fuck.
Yeah. So,
Of course, the human that got the
Beast,
highest roll.
Beast, you hear a
Easy.
sound that doesn't really sound like a sound. It sounds more like something punching you in the head. A detonation occurs. The
Oh my
the
god.
carriage you're in lurches sideways as you feel the entire thing tip, and you smash into the wall. You feel yourself become even more angry than you already have been. This is getting ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Oh my god. Am I
Go
still
ahead and
am I
go ahead
still
and step.
like am I still in action? Is it beast mode right now or like what's going on?
You've not been a werewolf for a long time.
No.
You
I'm sorry. Not like werewolf mode. I mean like am I going? Like am I talking? Like is it my turn or are we all like what's going on?
I'm about to put you all in one scene.
Okay, cool.
So
Oh,
go
God.
ahead and increase your anger stress to a d6.
Oh,
Or no, you're
no.
already at d6. Go ahead and increase your anger stress to a d8
Fuck.
Oh,
as I use one of your hitches. And
Oh
your cage
god.
busts open. The doll and Rusty. Rusty, you it's almost a sixth sense. You are able to avoid the intense clattering and cluttering of things as your train carriage literally tips sideways. A bomb goes off.
hold on.
Dynamite
Does it like literally
detonates.
flip? Does it like literally
Yeah,
flip
you are
or?
being the entire train is being, or like from what you can tell, your train carriage is going from upright to sideways.
All right.
Jesus.
So Rusty kind of, while it happens, before it even happens, he kind of purses his lips. Right before it even reaches him, he kind of purses his lips and like pushes his eyebrows together. And as it starts to fucking tilt, he puts his hand up. Well, actually, before it even tips, he puts his right hand up in like a 90-degree angle. So when it tips sideways, he catches his own hat and puts it back down on his head.
Oh
And
my
he goes,
god.
he's like, "Sorry, miss, the clothes got to stay back on." And as it, and then cue the porcelain doll.
The doll, you also are able to not completely get like annihilated by silverware plates, another dining table. The guys that were playing cards are falling down onto you both, but you both are able to keep yourselves from being crushed by basically one half of the car crashing down the other. And you hear gunshots, immediate gunshots, hooves, the pounding of many hooves, and people basically panicking and screaming. Both of you are in this moment. Whilst you are not the same person, you are of one mind in the sense that you need to leave. You need to leave this train carriage right now. And Beast, you are in the exact same boat where your cage was busted open, thankfully, by the impact, and you can very clearly see a way out in the form of the side door opening to your cargo container or your cargo cart. All of you emerge quickly. There's no time for back and forths in this moment. All of you emerge quickly to see, for one, each other, but also black horses, bandits with what look like red, like they have like painted on their backs, on their I guess clothes, what look like an hourglass shape, but it's pure red. And they are lassoing people. They are killing some of the conductors that are attempting to pull pistols out. Just execution style, completely and utterly.
Oh my god.
And a great deal of them are hopping off their horses with what looks like safe cracking equipment and like more like heavy duty things to come and rob the fuck out of this train.
Okay. So, wait, do we
The
act
lead,
now? Or
one more second. The lead of this little bandit thing, you guys can all clearly tell she's the lead because she's riding a black unicorn.
Oh my god.
she's so
And
real.
she's standing atop its back
Fuck.
with a revolver. Basically,
Holy
like trick, almost like showing off very clearly. and she has it stood in front of most of the people who are clambering out. Anyone who is attempting to pull a pistol on them is just getting executed, and the many people are getting like lassoed and like tied together. And she stands there on top of her fucking unicorn, which again thought to be extinct, right? It's just like, well, it looks like I struck gold. Call me a prospector, because I think this is a big, juicy vein. All right, here's how it's going to be. I'm going to pilfer your pockets, I'm going to pilfer your train, and I'm going to make sure every last one of you give me everything you got. And if you try and be a hero, well, she takes that revolver and puts one between the eyes of some guy who was just kneeling there. His head explodes into a spray of gore as it spreads across the grass.
Oh my god.
That'll be your
Wait.
fate.
Oh.
Beast is still in his little cage, right? Like I'm still
You are
separated.
out. You are out of your cage. All three of
What?
you are within
Oh.
one eyesight. All three of
Wait,
you are
wait,
for
wait,
one
wait,
within
wait, wait.
eyesight.
Where am I in the train? Because I'm confused. Like, am I?
I'm about to explain.
We're out of the
Okay.
train.
I'm about to
I'm
explain.
out of the train? I thought it was inside. I thought I was still inside the train, which is why I didn't
So,
say anything.
I told all of you that you are of one mind in a sense, and that you all moved out of the train via various exits. You are on top of your respective carriages. Beast, you are only turns out you guys are at the very back of the train, and so you guys see a giant, or not giant, but a beast man crawl out of the back carriage. Both of you are on top of the passenger carriage that's now on its side, and you have witnessed this dark elf woman fucking assassinate some guy as a show of force, and she's like, now, anyone have any problems with that?
Beast is frozen. His ears are pinned back, and he looks at the doll in Rusty, and you can see that in his eyes he is tired and stressed, and the gunshot holes in his body hurts. He looks very scared, like a very large, hunched over animal. He doesn't say anything.
How
The doll takes a glance and then towards Rusty, and then she finally looks forward to the dark elf. She thinks for a moment, her mind
She's far enough away
calculating.
that like she's not talking to you guys, she's talking to everyone. So like your guys are a good distance away, right? Probably like 30 meters, decent.
Yeah.
She's speaking to everyone. She wasn't speaking to you guys specifically.
She's
but
announcing.
Go ahead now. Yeah, she's announcing. So continue. Sorry, had to make sure that was clear.
Okay.
Sorry,
the doll's mind quickly calculates all the possibilities in her head. And her hand twitching itching to reach into her pocket where her silver flintlock pistol is hidden away. It's a gift from her master,
No.
not really a gift, more like a precaution. She thinks the dark elf, the bandit leader, is a bit too far for her pistol to reach. The sound would grab all the other abandoned attention, and the doll doesn't know how fast the bullet would reach her or the beastman or the human if the dark elf fires it off. The doll takes a look at the beastman. Something about his expression ignites a twinge of pity. He somehow the sight of him invokes a memory of the doll encountering like an injured kitten of sorts. But she quickly pushes it away. She quickly pushes the memory away. She has to focus her priority first. She cannot fulfill her master's task if she gets incapacitated in this unfortunate event. Yet the doll takes a small step towards the beastman, and her hand still like over her pocket, not inside her pocket, but over it.
What is she
Handing
doing?
the
She's
basically she's calculating all the possibilities with her mega golem
mega
brain. Not really,
brain.
And Rusty, what
but
are you doing?
While all this is happening, I don't mean to cut off. Actually,
No, you're good. You're good. I am helping move the scene along.
oh, okay. So while this is all happening, Rusty is staring over at the lady who the dark elf that just popped the dude's head open like a fucking grape.
She's fucking beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, but I was about to just say
Easily.
he was going he's like mouthing fuck. That shit was hot as that was fucking hot as shit, right? So he kind of strokes a beard that isn't even there. He like rubs his knuckles against his jaw, right? A little bit of like sandpaper noise coming from it. And as he's trying to look over there, his eyes kind of like wander a little bit to the doll next to him. Seeing the look on her face, and then I am too. But anyway, and then he doesn't notice the beastman behind him, and he notices the doll's look. So he kind of follows her eyes, and then lazily he turns his head over to the side, seeing the beastman, and this thing's fucking huge, right? It's fucking humongous. And
Well, okay. How big is the Beastman again?
Well, Beast is
lit, right?
5'9".
Oh, at the moment, okay. So he sees
Yeah.
the beastman, and it's like
Beast
it's
is
a cat.
I'm pretty sure
Okay, never mind.
doll is the tallest one right now.
That's pretty funny. Okay, that's actually hilarious. Okay, so he kind of sees this, and he's like, "Type of fucking cosplay is this?" Because he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe the Beastman before him.
Whoa.
He thinks someone is
Whoa.
like in a suit right now. He thinks someone's in a suit.
Yo, that's
thinks-
crazy.
He thinks
Well, Beast
it's
doesn't understand that, like, apparently there's a whole racism thing against Beast people, because he's so isolated. Anyways, continue talking. That's all.
Yeah. So first thing he does is he immediately puts the hooks of his thumbs back into the belt as always, fingers fingers hovering just over the gun. And first thing he goes is continues to walk the opposite direction. Why? Because that is a dark elf on a thing that he didn't even know existed, let alone even like be a legend. So he had no idea of that. And he's like, "Where's the griffin? Where's the?" And then he looks as he's walking by the beast man. He kind of looks down, not caring for his space, even if he's close or far. And he's like, "You see a griffin? You know, just like yay big, bird, lion thingy. You know, you had to have seen it."
You did not see a griffin. You did not see a griffin, Beast.
Griffin,
yeah, he's
yes or
talking to you.
no?
Demon?
Beast, you're being spoken to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
zoning out
yeah.
again. I was staring at the VC chat. You're asking what is he doing? Like, what is Beast doing?
He's asking, has he seen a
you're
griffin in
being
there?
spoken to.
Oh, fuck.
Rusty walked
Beast-
from where he was to you and is just like, have you seen a griffin? And I'm telling you that you have not seen a griffin.
Beast looks up at Rusty because, he's sitting on the grass and he feels like shit. And he goes, "Fuck no, I have not seen a griffin." Why would you ask that? What the fuck?
Before Beast could do anything else other than just say no, as soon as he hears a no, he continues to walk off. Immediately,
Oh my
like,
God.
kind of hits the dust a little bit, like, fuck. Right? He doesn't actually say fuck, but he's thinking it. He's like, all right,
So,
his horses, how many? Right?
interrupting this moment, you guys hear, well, actually, something that is familiar to both you and the doll, not to Beast, unfortunately, is a litany, an eclipsing litany. It's
I
spoken
totally know
in
what that is.
language that is analogous to Latin, essentially the Catholic Church. You hear the litany of the Order of the Eclipse. Someone is shouting a prayer out loud and kicking open one of the doors to the carriages that was like a car over. Steps out the confessor from Elden Ring. Essentially, it literally is the confessor from Elden Ring. He's in a black hood. He has a broadsword and a shield, and upon that shield is an icon of the eclipse. And he kicks his shit out, hops up, and it says, "By the power, by the light of Ekless fiend, you shall be slain." And he jumps forward, clearly going to attack the dark elf. And in a moment that kind of, for those who might be a little of the more homosexual persuasion, you see him get shot, but he basically deflects the bullet with his shield in what you could only see as a parry. Brilliant magic, holy magic of the eclipse, of the Order of the Eclipse. The light of Ekless literally smacking away a bullet from this dark elf lady's revolver.
Oh my god.
As he just charges her. No gun, no nothing. He has a sword and he has a shield like some kind of medieval fanatic, and he's rushing. You
Shit.
3 have an opportunity. You see a man, an Order of the Eclipse member, what you imagine to be some kind of confessor from Elden Ring. You see the confessor from Elden Ring shouting out.
Is that the confessor from Elden Ring?
I know, oh my god. But yeah, you see a member of the Order of the Eclipse bust out of this train, jump and deflect a bullet with his with his goddamn kite shield, and rush this dark elf lady. Basically going to attack these bandits. And you guys have a choice. All 3 of you have very different values, I imagine. But you saw the scary elf lady kill a man for no reason. And you see this Order of the Eclipse man basically going to try and attack her. It's a good distraction if you feel like you want to get out of here.
Beast runs away. Beast goes into the nearest forest.
You can choose to help one of them. Either way,
No, wait.
This is the situation you find yourself in.
Am I? Because I'm still wounded, right? Wait, I'm still wounded, right?
Yeah,
you are.
Wait, actually,
you're
this
very
is
much
okay. I have a question about the game. So how does hit points work in this game? Because I know in D&D you would like take off a point and kind of like stare at it, be like, "Oh hey, I got."
You have not recovered from your injured stress.
Oh, I see. I see how it works
now.
Any
time. So you're still injured.
Okay,
you're
I'm still
also
injured.
Pissed. Remember, you're at a D8 of anger.
Yeah.
Again,
he's really on edge. He's not feeling it.
The maximum is 12, and the last time you used your anger, you attacked. So, specifically you, Beast, the violence is, in a way, toxically exciting.
I see the situation now, because I was imagining him as like exhausted and tired, and I just want this to be over already. Like, oh
you
god,
don't have
just
any
let them fight and
exhaustion
get it over
stress,
with.
you goose.
I know. Okay, so he's just like really hyped. So he's actually just really hyped up on anger. He's very like riled up, like someone riled up the dog.
Yeah, you were just captured, bro.
Okay, I understand now. Okay, well, Beast.
I want to help out Beast. Can I?
Say that again, Lethos.
God, is my mic acting up again? Guys, my
yes,
mic. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Walk in.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you
yes.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Go ahead and
okay,
say what you
okay,
want to say.
I want. Okay, I want to make a move because I want to help Beast.
Go for it. Both of you.
Beast is
Okay.
Beast is like kind of standing there. He's not aware. You have to like get his attention.
Okay. Mm. with with a flick of a hand, the doll draws her silver flintlock pistol out of her pocket. It glints in the sunlight, but it's still not that noticeable yet. She hides it behind her back and quickly he walks towards this beast while keeping an eye out on the confessor and the dark elf. She takes Beast by his arm and urges him to, uh, to either hide back into the carriage or take shelter behind something else. She said to him, almost whispering, "Go hide. You're injured, and let
He
them take care of this themselves."
he flinches at the doll. As her fingertips make contact with his fur, he can tell almost instantly that she does not have skin. This is not he is aware just because he can feel it through his fur, through his skin. He flinches. He instinctively bares his fangs a little bit at the doll, but the her voice makes him understand that he is in not any danger from her. He is just like, he's like, he kind of like looks around.
Do you want to know
I don't know
what
what to
you
do.
see?
Yeah, what am I looking at? What do I see?
So, Rusty, the doll, and Beast, I will paint you a proper scene. You three are stuck on top of a train that has been tipped over. The engine far ahead of you guys is smoldering. You can see where the train was impacted a few carts ahead of you. Right now, there are conductors with pistols basically having a gunfight with the bandits here. The the Order of the Eclipse member who jumped out of the train, is currently engaged in what is essentially a fucking crazy ass duel with the Dark Elf leader of this.
Mm-hmm.
You three
Okay,
are a good
we're on
distance
top
away,
of the train.
and you're in the middle of nowhere, pretty much.
Is it a
There's
field?
like
Is it like desert? Is it near a forest?
It's kind of deserty, like shrubland, right? There is not a
Oh.
tree in sight,
Shit. Okay. Well,
but there's a road.
Oh wait, can okay? I think I asked the question. You're recording, so you would know if I did. But I think I asked the question when I was walking past Beast. I tried to check if there was any horses that remained in the carriage.
I
Probably
was
not.
just
So
thinking that too.
there weren't any horses in the carriage, right? You were going to
Oh,
Tutus
okay.
because you were hoping to find horses or a griffin there.
Oh, okay.
But
Because you said there was like the sound of hooves earlier, but that might have been
from the
the
bandits,
yeah, that was from the bandits.
Wait,
Okay, that's
it's from the
wait, wait,
that's
bandits.
interesting.
wait, wait, please.
Huh?
What?
You said earlier that some of the bandits disengage from their horses
They did
earlier
dismount from
when we
their
were.
horses.
You know what that means, fellas.
We need to get a horse.
We're gonna
Beast.
we're gonna hijack some horses.
Beast
And
grabs
Beast, you're
the doll's. Beast grabs the doll's wrist with his giant clawed hand. Grabs it. He's unaware of how tight he is grabbing her wrist because he is not aware of his own strength. He goes, no, he's like, I don't think we should hide. I think we need to get the fuck out of here. And I don't know how the hell we're gonna get out of here. He kind of like grabs his head and looks down at the ground. They're in a desert. He doesn't know. He's like, I don't know how to get out of here. I don't know what to do.
Rusty,
He's
you're
still
very
grabbing
aware
onto her
of
wrist.
the men who hopped off their horses, and it's
Rusty,
probably the
was
first thing you saw.
literally what I was gonna do first was actually just either grab horses from the back or grab horses over there. So anyway, Rusty, who has been silent the whole time, has actually been just testing the wind. He's had his hat off, trying to see if he could catch any dust in it. He's been picking up the sand, dropping it while they were having this whole moment. And he's declared the weather is.
Give me let me you know what? Just roll me a 1d2. Just basically flipping a coin. Flip a coin for me.
Got you. So I type like a 30-year-old man, so give me a second.
That's okay.
1, 2. So
in the direction that you probably would have taken to go out on your own, the wind is blowing like towards you. You were walking away. The wind is blowing in your face. You can feel it. It's urging you, or almost like you're being pursued from the way that leads you away from these two cool guys you just met. Me railroading you.
So the wind is blowing away from the two new cool guys you just met, right?
It's blowing in your face. Because I assume you're facing away from them, because you kind of walked past Beast. So you're walking into the wind.
Okay. So he stays there, and he's like, "See, what you'd want me to do, because I've done it all my life, is continue to walk right into you. But I know what you." He's like talking to himself out loud to the fucking wind in front of these two. Like, but I know what you know that I know that you know, that I'm going to go that way and ditch these two like some sorry old saps. But what you don't know is that, yeah, I'm too fucking hard right now for that fucking dark elf. Maybe I need to go check on that. And he like spins on his, and he checks how many bandits does he see from his?
You can see a probably close to 10, not including the woman who has not including the leader on her unicorn, which again, they're just having a full-on fucking PvP battle over there.
Are the bandits doing anything?
The bandits are currently either executing conductors and like marshals on the train that are fighting back. You know, there's like a gun battle going on, or they are looting people who they have tied up for all their goods. Some, specifically the ones who dismounted, are going one of the carriages way up ahead and have left their horses behind.
So the ones that went all the way up ahead, their horses are the closest, or they're just like
their horses are the closest. You guys would have to hop down and basically run out in the open in front of all this shenaniganery to go and get it, to go and like acquire them.
Okay, I have a plan.
What's the plan?
Are you saying this out loud?
No. Basically, the doll looks at Beast. She's not concerned by his rambling or by the tight grip of his paw on her wrist. She's not concerned of the possibility that the ball joint in her wrist might be dislodged later. Instead, she asks two simple questions. And are you still able to run? And can you ride a horse?
Yes, and I don't know what a horse is, he tells her. And then he looks at the horses.
You absolutely know what a horse is.
Does he know what a horse 100%. Is? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. They're wild animals.
Horses don't live in the forest. They live in plains. They live away from the forest because there's predators.
You know what a unicorn is, and you know what a horse is because you have encountered them before. But he doesn't have you ever ridden a horse?
He's never ridden a horse. He is like, I can still run, yes, but I cannot ride a horse.
Also, I think a deer is a little a deer, or moose, or anything like that is a little close enough to a horse. Close enough, I think. Well, it's
Beast is.
semantic. Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, the doll nods, purses her lips, looks back to the group of horses that are alone without their riders, and then she looks back at Beast. She leans down, and mutters, "I have a plan, but you need to trust me. Going, we're going to run. We're going to climb down and run behind the train, and then we're going to get those horses, and you will stick by me, since you don't know how to ride one. Is that clear with you? And are you alright with it?"
Yes. He nods and
As
just kind of
they're
looks
as they're
around it.
talking, as they're talking, he's already begun to commit to the plan already. Or
You both see Rusty, this weird cowboy guy who spoke to the wind, hopped off the train, and he's just like, "I'm going for it."
I'm going for it. So like he kind of like interweaves between the carriages to hide from any sight, and he tries to see who is the closest to the horses, to those horses.
So, funnily enough, it's the two having essentially an Elden Ring PvP battle. The Confessor guy literally dodge rolls away from a whip that was cracked his way.
Mhm.
And
So
yeah,
none of the other bandits are concerned for their leader.
no, absolutely not. Again, these two are throwing off like genuine magic as well. Like you guys often don't see magic in your daily lives as much as like your ancestors might have talked about, but you see like this Order of the Eclipse member literally like cast a blinding beam projectile that looks akin to a laser at this woman, and she uses a spell to collapse the beam and then fling it back at him as like a whip of dark fire.
So
It is full blown like main character battle over here.
So me as Rusty in the gap between carriages closest to the horses, I wait. What are they doing while I do this? Actually, this is before I do this.
I mean, do you guys follow
So
Rusty? He's
since
committing to the plan that you guys just said.
since Demon is gonna basically take a little break, I'm just gonna confirm
Oh,
are you taking a
this
break?
with her. The demon is.
Oh, if you're taking a
Um,
bathroom break, let's pause.
oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Wholesale. Let's slow down. I know it's been a while. We have about 30 minutes left. It's all right to chill.
Right.
Let's take
Okay,
it. Let's
Do I
take a
okay.
10.
do I spoil what I was gonna do, or do I just keep that secret for the fun of it?
You're welcome to. Yeah, let's talk plans right now. Let me help clarify what's going on for you guys.
Okay, so the plan I was having was he was gonna be in between like the gap of carriages that was the closest to the two fighting, right? So I was gonna have him because especially when you're in a heated moment, you don't know, like the gorilla thing, where it's like people passing the ball and it's like the gorilla walking between them, but you don't notice the gorilla. You know that?
Yeah.
So I was gonna basically pull kind of like that move and hope for the best. My role was amazing because this is very in character for him. So all the things I put the points into would probably help him in this case. So
Okay.
I was probably going to have him saunter. I was gonna have him take off his.
Well, hold on. Before you go into any further, you're gonna do
Right.
the plug walk thing, or you kind of go unnoticed. We're gonna take
Not yet. I haven't
bit.
done the plug.
We're gonna take 5 seconds.
Hey guys.
Is there any questions?
Guys.
Oh, okay.
What's up? Welcome back.
Update. I'm gonna be leaving in 8 minutes.
Okay then. Do you want us to roll for you?
It is also getting close to the 3 hour. Yeah. Okay. So
It is.
I might actually leave right now because I have to get ready and then go somewhere.
Right. In that case,
but-
do you want to just close it out? I mean, that's okay. We're chilling.
I'm gonna close my thing out, but if you guys
Well-
want, you guys can like drag
No.
Beast along like he's a little lifeless doll type shit.
No, I'm not doing that. Everyone will be here because I don't want
I
FOMO.
see.
So,
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
true.
with that
That's a real
revelation,
thing.
let's grab everyone's attention and put a stop to today's session. We have, to recap real quick, we have learned a little bit about every one of our players. They have been countered the Redback Gang, led by the Mistress Widow, and have seen her attempt to loot a train headed to Teuton, or to Tutes. Our three heroes have gone and formulated a plan to steal horses from bandits who have foolishly abandoned them. Unsure of whether or not to assist or hinder the brave Order of the Eclipse member who has decided to act against this injustice. And I think that's it.
Yay!
We'll call it here. Any last words before I disconnect the bot?
Yes. Oh, no,
Hi,
you can
YouTube.
disconnect it. It's after stuff.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube,
I love you,
I
YouTube.
kind of like.
Oh, what
Let me try.
happened?
How do
I
I
love
disconnect
the
it?
interaction between. Oh,
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just.
okay. Anyways, I really like the little interactions between the doll with like Rusty and Beast, especially with Beast. Also, I'm kind of surprised that Rusty hasn't noticed the doll blinking at all. It's like she hasn't blinked
Well,
once.
I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna bring up how the wind is blowing like in her face, and she has just still not blinked.
Wide ass eyes.
White ass eyes, big fish eyes.
Enormous.
Her
There's it, you with my big old stupid eyes.
neutral face is basically her, not really like a bitch.